Hi, Shelby Long here, Senior Vice President of the Strategic Advisor Board and CEO of Business Dynamics. Also, Professor of Communication, and I help businesses align their business culture and develop their leadership strategies so they can be more effective and have a more productive and inviting culture to be a part of. I'm talking this week about conflict, and conflict is something, and conflict and its impact in the workplace. Again, conflict is not something that we can avoid. It's typically going to happen, but as owners of our business and as leaders in our business, we can create an atmosphere that helps resolve conflicts easier, and where conflicts end up not being a destructive environment within our business, it ends up being productive, constructive, educational, and it's an opportunity for growth. So us as managers, just thinking about how to transition our ideas differently and think about how we can create that productive atmosphere can make a big difference. Today, I'm going to talk specifically about different conflict management styles. It's really interesting for you as a business owner to have an understanding about your conflict management style and how you personally deal with conflict, because it's different for every person. It's also a good idea to have this exploration happen with your employees to understand how they personally deal with conflict. And when we have an understanding of their personality that is part of your business culture, but also how we manage and deal with conflict and move forward when we have issues arise, then it can create an atmosphere that is much more productive, much more trustful, and it seems like there is an investment that the manager has within the business operations and who is working for them. So just kind of a broad overview of conflict styles. There are 5 major conflict styles that emerge in research and emerge in interactions. And it's interesting to think about how you actually deal with conflict. One of the more popular ways of dealing with conflict is avoiding. A lot of people avoid conflict because it is something that is harmful. People don't really like to be in conflicts. Just kind of human nature is that we don't like to have disagreements. So often people avoid it. Avoiding is a challenge because then that can make into a bigger challenge in the future, more conflict in the future. But sometimes it's okay to avoid conflict, but just understanding about how that impact that can make in your business. Another way of dealing with conflict is accommodating. That one side just says, okay, this time you can win this argument. I'm not going to disagree about it. We'll just go forward with this time. It's basically you win, I lose. So avoiding is a similar thing. You win, I lose. One party wins, one party loses. And that can be beneficial in business, but often we want to move towards more collaboration. Collaboration is where both parties win, where we have the other party gives something, we create a solution together, which is different than the compromising way of dealing with conflict, where each party has to give up something to actually resolve the conflict. So always work towards the collaboration rather than compromising. And the last thing to talk about is competing. There are many people that use competing, that I have to win as a way to resolve that conflict and move that forward. And that can often create challenges of defensive communication, people getting along. There's challenges in that. So with those 5 different types of conflict management styles, interesting to think about how you deal with conflict. Also interesting to think about how your employees deal with conflict. When we have a better understanding about that, we can resolve conflicts easier and make them more productive. Love to work with businesses on conflict and culture, communication. Love it if you'd reach out to me if your business has something going on, and we could talk about how to make your business have a more productive culture. ShelbyJoLong.com, and I'll see you tomorrow.